So I will do, specifically, I will do question 11, 12, and 13. Okay. Lads, I really want you to clue in here. These are difficult. All right. These are factorized questions. And so far, what have you learned about factorized questions? What usually happens? And they end up in brackets at the end, don't they? Now, I have a really good way of doing this, right? Anybody I've ever taught this way always changes to doing it this way. What I always do with every single question is, every single question, I always multiply the first number by the last number every time. Okay? Every single time. And it works an absolute treat. Okay? And see the minus x in this one? See 13? I don't see a number in front of that one. So what number should I give it? Just 1. Minus 1. Okay? Now here's what we're going to do. 5 times a? 40. Now, I'm going to make a list of numbers that multiply to give me 40. Right? Yeah. 1 and 40. 2 and 20. 4 and 10. 5 and 8. And then it'd be 8 and 5, which is the same thing, wouldn't it? So I can stop. Now, out of those combinations I wrote on the board, is there any of them that might make 22 for me? So this, the next thing I always look at is the middle number. See it the way it's minus 22. Yeah? What two numbers would make 22 for me? 2 and 20. Now, I'm going to make a mistake here. I'm going to split this up. Now, you can split it any way you want. You can write 2a and 20a. Now, I've made a mistake. Can anybody tell me what my mistake is? What happens when you add them? What do you actually want? Lads, everybody paying attention here? Okay. They need to be minuses. So what do you think you do? To what? That one to a minus. All right, both of them are minuses, all right? Can anybody tell me why are they both minus? Apart from you. Jesse. What's minus 2 multiplied by minus 20? No, when you multiply them. Plus 40. 2 minuses make a plus. And what happens when you take them away from each other? Minus 22. That means it lines up perfectly, all right? Now, all right, here's the catch to this method, all right? I'm going to do it this way, and you guys are going to do it the other way in a second, and you'll find you get the same answer, okay? How, so somebody else would have written it differently. What way could somebody else have written it? They could have wrote it like this, couldn't they? Would you agree that both ways are equally valid? How about changed anything? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that thing we learned in an exercise ago. What letter can come out of 5a squared and 2a? What letter can I take out? What letter, lads? Take out A. And what's left over? 5a. Check it. A times 5a. A times minus 2. Okay. Now, what was the cheat we learned in the last exercise? Both brackets have to be the same. I guarantee you this is 5a minus 2. Guarantee it. What multiplies by 5a to give you minus 28? Minus 4. Check it. Minus 4 by 5a? Minus 4 by minus 2a? Oh, sorry, minus 4 by minus 2? 8. And what's my answer? Excellent. Similar to last time. Now, what I want you guys to do now, I want you to do the same thing, except I want you to do it for the blue one. I want you to factorize it and see what happens yourself. Okay? I'm going to pause now. Common agreement here. Would everybody say we're still doing question 12, aren't we? Still doing question 12. We're very much doing this blue question up here, except we decided to go a different route. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take out the 5a. What's left over when you take out the 5a? A. 5a times a? No, not a squared minus 4, just a minus 4. Okay? What did I say about the second bracket? Has to be the same. What multiplies by a to give you minus 2a? What's the answer then? Is that the same as our old answer? Is backwards allowed? Is this green answer the same as this green answer? Okay, just give me a second. Lads, why are those two green answers the same? Can anybody explain it to me? Yes. Is 2 multiplied by 3 the same thing as 3 multiplied by 2? The order doesn't matter once you're multiplying the same two numbers. Okay, I get that's a lot of information. I honestly do. All right. Now, we're going to do question 13, okay? Now, what I want you to do for 13, okay? Can anybody remember, can anybody in the class remember what was the first step we do to do these questions? James, go on. I actually made a mistake with the 10. Can anybody tell me what my mistake was? It's not 10. It's actually, it's minus 10. I have to be very careful that I include the symbol that comes in front of it. We all right, everybody? Three by minus 10. Anybody 3 by minus 10? Minus 30. Left and right. What you do then? Make a list of numbers that multiply to give you minus 30. Let's go, Kyle. Start small. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and, nothing, 5. Now, because it's a minus 30, what does that mean? One of them into minus and the other one into plus. Now, what number do we need to make when we add them? Now, look at the blue number. They need to multiply to give you minus 30, but they need to add to give you minus 1. Which selection should I choose? Plus 5, and that's the selection I need to make. So here's what we're going to do now. Ready for this? Doing 15, 2 minus 15 would be a minus 13 in the middle. I have no idea, Miles. Don't worry, I have no idea. I have no idea. You just give me an idea. Right? Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to split this in half. How do you split that in half? What two numbers should I use? I do 5x and that's one option, isn't it? And what's the other option? What's the other way I could have written it? Minus 6x plus. Okay, I'm going to pause here. I won't be on video. Okay, this is not essentially what you do. You're on which side? This one here? Yeah. Okay. What number divides into 3 and 6? No, I don't know how to get that. Okay. So once I decide that was minus 30, I then decided that I can use 5 and minus 6, or I could use minus 6 and plus 5. Because when you add them together, they both give you minus 1. Okay? So just, which one? That's a 5 here, sorry. Okay? Now here's what we're going to do. Take out 3x. What do you get when you take out 3x? X. And then 3x multiplies by what to give you 6x? Minus, because minus, 2. 2 times 3x? Yeah. Tick, tick. Right? What do we know about the other bracket? What do we know about the next bracket that appears? Has to be the same. Do you see? They both have to be the same. What number goes into the bracket? Exactly. What number multiplies by x to give you 5x? Plus 5. 5 times minus 2. Check, check. See your 4 ticks? Means you're bang on. You've done everything correct. What's the answer then? In the second bracket, yeah. Plus 5. Now, the guys on the left have a slightly different method, don't you? All right. What? You can't take out a number because 3 doesn't divide into 5, does it? So what did you take out instead? Did anybody just take out the letter? Just take out x. And then what's left over? And what else? 5. There's your 3x and your 5. Check if it works. Does it work? How do you know it works? How do you know it works? You multiply it back out and it turns back into the original, doesn't it? Okay. Now, what happens next then, lads? What do we know about the next bracket? Has to be the same. Okay. What number goes in here to turn 3x into minus 6x? You said minus 2? Hold on, you're bang on. You've caught up. And what's the answer then? Are both answers the same? Why are they the same? They're the same numbers. They're just the opposite way around. That's all. Okay, we good? Yeah, just different. Now, for argument's sake, all right, I have an idea. Somebody gave me an idea earlier. Can't remember who it was. All right, here's the question we're going to do now, right? And here's what we're going to do, right? I'm going to set up 2 questions that look alike, but they're going to be different answers, all right? So this is the sort of thing that gets you confused. Ready? 6x squared, right? That is for the red side. You guys on this side are doing the red question. You guys on this side, you guys are going to do the green question. Huh? So red side, green side, okay? Not going to do it for you, but here's what I'm also going to do for you, right? Do you notice that both your questions are minus 60, regardless of which question you're doing? Okay? You're going to make a list of numbers. 1 and 60, 2 and 30, 3 and 20, 4 and 15. Do any of those combos appeal to you? Which combo should appeal to you? Why does 4 and 15 appeal to you? 11. Now here's where your 2 questions differ from each other. In one question, what are you going to use? You're going to use plus 15 and, or you could have used minus 4 and. That's one option. What happened in the other question? The other question could have been plus 4 and minus 15, or you could have used. Oh, sorry, not 16. Typo. And the other question. So does everybody understand there are 2 options on both questions? Yeah? 4x minus 15. 15x. All right. Did anybody get that far? Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. Any number, for the guys on the red question, any number that divides into 6 and 5, any number. 6 and 15, any number that divides into both of them. Think small, 3. Take out 3x. Any number that divides into 6 and 4. 2. Take out 2x. Now you're both opening up here, okay? Sean. All right, guys. We'll catch that one up tomorrow, all right? But your homework's on Google Classroom. It's a 15-minute video doing all of these and explained in detail. Again.